Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's Challenger Scorpion. Rob Bachelor has returned with his Orks, and they will take on the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines. So, fighting across this urban industrial terrain, the Ork warband will take on the Chaos Space Marines. Right, so welcome to this 2,000 points Challenger Scorpion game. Chaos Space Marines, it's the Thousand Suns here versus the Orks. So, going to run through the Thousand Suns list here. It's a battalion detachment, battle forged, and then there is also a Supreme Command detachment in this list as well. So, for the Supreme Command detachment, it's 3 Exalted Sorcerers. So, each one has a stave and a Warp Flame pistol. This one's riding a disc. They've been given nicknames here, just to remember which one's which. The one with the wings, or the feathers on its arm, it's Chicken Wing. One on the disc goes Disco Inferno. And then Beaker here, the one with the beak. I'll cover psychic powers for them in just a moment. Then for the battalion, 2 HQ choices here. It's Ahriman on his disc of Zinch, Demon Prince of Malefic Talons and Wings. Dark matter crystal given to that for the relic, so it can transport itself or another unit during the game, can leave the table and then deep strike in, the usual rules for that. Then a second relic, which I've taken an extra command point off here, it's Helm of the Third Eye. So whenever I use a stratagem on a 5+, we regain a command point. Then for troops choices here to make up the battalion, 3 units of 10 Zangors, just for chapter approved 2019. Each of them I've given a Brayhorn here, so +1 to advance and charge moves for them. 10 Rubic Marines, 2 Warp Flamers there, 1 Soul Reaper Cannon. The Aspiring Sorcerer has a stave and a Warp Flame pistol. The rest with Inferno bolters. Then 2 elites choices here. It's the Scarab Occult Terminators. Each one has an Aspiring Sorcerer with a stave, armed with Inferno Combi Bolters, Power Swords. There's a Soul Reaper Cannon in each of these squads, and also Hellfire Missile Rack as well. And finally 3 heavy supports here. It's Mauler Fiends with Mauler Fiend Fists and Lasher Tendrils. So that's the list here for the Thousand Suns. They'll be taking on Orks, but it's a slightly different army to usual. It's a shooty army here, so we'll see how well they do against this psychic heavy Thousand Suns list. We'll take a look now and see what Rob Bachelor has for his Orks. So, Rob Bachelor has returned. He's taken part in a number of Challenger Scorpion games and in the Ork Apocalypse as well. He's changed his list around here. It's a shooty style army here for the Orks to try out in this game against the Chaos Space Marines. At this point, I just mentioned the patrons, Marcus Anthony, Paul Cook, and Cauldrus123 for their support. at gold level. You can check out the end credits for those supporting at silver level, and thanks also to those supporting at bronze. I've set up a Patreon page for our local Wargames club, SSWG, and all the proceeds from that go to help support the club, and they invest the money into new and exciting terrain projects that we can use in our games. So check out Patreon, Scorpion82, and you can help support our local Wargames club. Right, so we'll check out Rob's list now. Let him run through what he has.
Okay guys, so this is my 2000 point Ork list. It's a single battalion detachment, and what I've done is I've paid a command point to upgrade it to a Dreadwar. So what that does is it gives the Big Mech and the Morkanaut the Dreadwar keyword. It also opens up access to the relic that I've given the Big Mech, which is the Super Shock attack gun, which is basically it's a shock attack gun that fires 2d6 shots as well. Okay. So the Big Mech is my Warlord. He has the Warlord trait, which is the Death Skulls one, which is Opportunist, which means that he can reroll ones to wound against vehicles, and he can also target characters as well if they're within 18 inches of him. So hopefully he'll be able to snipe off some of the Thousand Suns Psykers, which would be nice. The other HQ that I have is the Warlord. He's just a standard Warlord with a Power Claw. I did pay another command point to give him another relic, which is the Killer Claw as well, so it's just basically a better Power Claw that he's got. For troops in this detachment, I've got a unit of 30 boys with sluggers and choppers, and a boss knob with a big choppers in there, and then I've just got 2 units of cheap Gretchen, 10-men Gretchen squads just to fill out the battalion. For elites, I've got a unit of 3 Mega Knobs, 2 with Combi Sculptures and 1 with Kill Saw, sorry, and then I've got 2 units of 10 Tank Busters with knobs. They're going to be riding in trucks armed with rocket launchers. Also for elite I have a Pain Boy down here as well. In the fly slot I have the DAKKA jet. He's been given 2 extra super shooters, so he's got 6 super shooters. And then in heavy support I have a unit of 3 custom mega cannons. I have the Morkanaut, who's been given the custom force field as well, and then I've got a unit of 10 looters who are going to be riding in a truck with a big shooter.
Alright, so that's Rob's list. I was just wondering about this one here. You can take rockets as an index choice here, and Rob's saying it's useful for Death Skulls because they get to re-roll a single hit roll, wound roll as well for them. So very useful to put rockets on top of the trucks. But that's the list here for the Orks. We'll see how well these two sides do against each other here. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next. Alright, so we have a scenario here. It's taken from Chapter Approved 2018. Master of War. Decapitation Strike is the name of the mission. It's Hammer and Anvil deployment. 6 tactical objectives on the board. Rob has elected to go at this end of the table, so the Orks will be facing in this direction, moving up this way, and the Thousand Suns will be up here, fighting in this direction. The tactical objectives quite evenly spread around the board. Objective number 3 is just here, nicely within the Ork deployment zone. Just inside the Ork deployment zone on their left hand side is objective number 2. Then in no man's land here, a bit closer to the Ork deployment zone, is objective number 5. Then just outside the Thousand Suns deployment zone is objective number 1. Then 2 objectives nicely inside the deployment zone here, objective number 6 and objective number 4. So each player draws 3 tactical objectives per turn. You can hold up to 6 in play. And then for Decapitation Strike, when a character is slain, it's the rules here, high value targets. When a character is slain, you randomly determine one of your active tactical objectives, and that is removed from play. So you need to try and keep characters alive, or otherwise it can disrupt the ability to score tactical objectives. First Strike, Linebreaker, and Slay the Warlord also available in this mission. So Orks deploying here. Rob won the roll-off, so the Thousand Suns will deploy first and go first unless the Orks can seize the initiative. So we'll go on to deployment now for these 2 forces. Right, so the battle map that we're using here in this game is from GameMat.eu, and so too is some of the painted terrain. This industrial set here is from them as well. The map rolls out nice and flat, put the terrain on top, and then some stones and scatter just to blend it all in. But you can check out GameMat.eu for your supplies of battle mats and pre-painted terrain. Alright, so deployment's complete for both sides here. Ork deployment with the DAKKA jet in the corner. Then at the back here, tank busters inside this truck. Looters inside this one. Orc boys, the large boys squad just here. The war boss in amongst them. Gretchen holding objective number 3. Another unit of Gretchen just hidden behind the building here. Then there's some other units around the other side. So the Morkanaut taking up position here. Mech guns here, here, and here. And then the big mech himself with the souped up shocker at the top, and then inside this truck is the tank busters. So that's deployment done. All the units for the Orks are on the board. So where are the... They're inside there. Okay, so the Meganobs are inside the Morkanaut. So that's deployment done. Rob's just saying a little bit different to usual with the Orks, not deploying right up to the edge of the deployment. So this is more of a shooty army here for the Orks, happy to try and take down enemy units at range. Thousand Sons have gone aggressive with most of their units. The 3 Mauler Fiends arrayed at the edge of their deployment zone. Zangors, 1 unit just here, and then I've put 2 units at the back ready to go after objectives. That frees up the Psychers just to push ahead and go aggressive. I've kept the Rubik Marines on the board. They're deployed just behind this ruin. The Warlord here, the Demon Prince just in amongst them, and then the Psychers, Ahriman, Disco Inferno in the middle, and these 2 Beaker and Chicken Wing just to the right. Deployment's complete for both sides, so it's now that point in the game we roll. It's not a roll-off, is it? Thousand Sons will go first. I think Rob's got a dice here. He's picked up a dice, so here it comes. He wants to seize the initiative. No, it's a 1. Okay, so the Thousand Sons will go first here. 2 very interesting armies here. Thousand Sons are a very strong theme for them, very psychic heavy, and a very shooty based list here for the Orks. We'll see who prevails in this clash. We're on to turn 1. Forces of Chaos will make the first moves. Alright, so we're on movement here for the Thousand Sons on turn 1. Cards that have been drawn. Defend objective number 5. That's this objective across here. You can see the Mauler Fiends have already moved across to grab it. Ritual Slaughter, that's destroy 9 enemy models in any way here. As soon as I reach that, I get that point. And Kingslayers to destroy Rob's Warboss, not the Warboss, the Warlord across here is on top of the building some distance away. Right, so rest of the move here for the Thousand Sons. One bit I forgot, that's the Dark Matter Crystals been used to push these forwards onto objective number 2. Not after that objective, but just going to try and put some firepower down into some Orc units as quick as possible. Advancing with the Demon Prince here, pushing through. Just a regular move, hoping to do warp time to try and push the smaller fiend a bit further up the board. Some distance for the Thousand Sons to cover here with this Hammer and Anvil deployment. Zangors have advanced, pushing through. Disco Inferno's jumped across here. to support these other two Psychers, Beaker and Chicken Wing, both making advanced moves. Shifting slightly to the left with these angles, holding position with these just for now. Their job's just to go after those objectives if needed. Then Aramond, a good roll for him, so he's advanced and jumped on top of the building. Mordelphanes, a 4 and a 6 rolled for advanced moves from them. So on to objective number 5. That is the objective that we actually need to try and defend this turn. So that card can be achieved at the end of the Orc turn. Need to hold it for 2 turns in order to pick up that objective. That's movement done here for the Thousand Suns. Aggressive from them, trying to cover ground as quick as possible. Bit of a strange one here. Thousand Suns having to get as far up the table as they can to chase the Orcs, who are holding back here with a firepower-based army. But that is the movement done. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. Right, so Psychic Phase here. Gaze of Fate I'll try and cast first of all on here. That'll give me a reroll later on in the turn. So Perils here on the Demon Prince. I'll let it go through. I'll take D3 Mortal Wounds. So I'll take a 3. It's not a very good start. Gaze of Fate doesn't go off. 3 Mortal Wounds on here, because I'll try and repair it in just a moment with Temporal Manipulation. Smite next. We can see the Orc boys are in range 24. And that goes off on a Perils as well. This is strange stuff. So I'll command reroll this one. It's got to be, I can't let that go through. So it's a 9. So that definitely goes off. D3 Mortal Wounds on the boys. So just 1 Mortal Wound taken. Yeah, 6+ to ignore the Pain Boy nearby. He is just tucked in there. So I've marked him up for his wounds taken down to 5. And Gaze of Fate hasn't gone off. It's not too good a start here. 5+ to keep for Helm of the Third Eye. Yes, we keep the command point at least. So we'll go on to Chicken Wing next. Thousand Suns need to be careful with no more perils coming through. We'll go for Prescience first of all to be cast onto these to give them +1 to the hit rolls. That doesn't go off. We'll then use Temporal Manipulation to try and restore wounds on him. And that doesn't go off either, needing a 6. We'll now go to here, Weaver of Fates. We'll see if we can get 1 Psychic Power to go off. 10. Alright, so there's no way that Rob can block any of these, so we're free to manifest these powers if we're able to roll well enough. Weaver of Fates here, that gives us +1 to our Invuln save. It's now 4+ Invuln save on these Rubic Marines. Alright, so Disco Inferno, we'll go for Smite onto the Orc boys with him. That goes off on a 7. And it is 2 Mortal Wounds on the Orc boys. Rob can roll 6s here for, yes, saved 1. Okay, 1 Orc boy brought down. And then we'll go for Warp Time on the Mauler Fiend. See if that goes off. That doesn't go off on a 4. So that Mauler Fiend's not going to move again this turn. We'll go for Glamour of Tzeentch next from Beaker onto these, trying to protect the Rubic Marines. That goes off on a 7, needing a 7. So -1 to the hit rolls now against them. So Beaker's just out of smite range here, just about an inch short of the boys here at the back. Alright, so the last one's Aramond here. Can't play Treason of Tzeentch out of range. Infernal Gateway's out of range. So I'm going to go for Smite first of all, and the closest unit within 24 will be this mech gun just here. So here comes Smite, which goes off. D3 Mortal Wounds, it is 3. And then we'll play Infernal Gaze here next against the same target. That doesn't quite go off. It's a 3, becomes a 4 because of Aramond needing a 5. That is the end of Psychic Phase here for the Thousand Suns. Not particularly impressive here at this stage. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next. We do have the ability to shoot here with these. Right, so Shooting Phase complete. Rob's just removing a few casualties. Fired here with the Rubic Marines and caused a total of 5 casualties. Okay, morale's not going to be an issue for a large mob of boys, and that is the Shooting Phase complete. None of these other units can fire here. There's some pistols and so on, but not within range. So Shooting Phase complete. No charges to attempt. I'm not going to attempt to charge the Orc boys. We'll sit where we are with the Rubic Marines for now. So that is it. End of turn 1 here for the Thousand Suns. Just making progress up the board. Cards to trade in. We can start to defend objective number 5. We didn't complete Ritual Slaughter, and Kingslayer is still in play. So turn finished. We'll go on to the first turn now for the Orcs. We'll see how they respond against the aggression from the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines. Right, so moving on turn 1 here for the Orcs. Psychological Warfare, trying to get units to fail a morale test. That is possible here against the Thousand Suns. Mission Critical Objective, it's number 6. So that's this objective over here that Rob will need to go after. It is some distance away. And then Defend Objective number 1, which is this objective here. So not too helpful with the cards here for this first turn. But another 3 can be drawn next turn, so it's early stages here of the game. So movement, disembarking here, getting ready to use the strategy, more stick bombs here against the Mauler Fiend with the tank busters. Trucks move around as well. Holding position with these units just here. The Grotz or Gretchen holding position as well. The others holding position on top of objective number 3. And then around the other side, as predicted, the Ork boys have surged ahead towards the Rubric Marines just here. This one sat still because it has the looters inside. That's the one, yes. So remaining stationary to fire. These open tops, they can fire. Tank busters moving ahead here. And then the flyer, I was going to call it a Spitfire for some reason, I don't know why. The DAKKA jet has flown over and will be able to shoot down at the Demon Prince with just 5 wounds to try and strip away. That is quite possible this turn. So we've gone to, there's no psychic phase here for the Orks, go straight into shooting for them next. Okay, so here we go. Extra stick bombs being played, 10d3 stick bombs being thrown. It's the tank buster bombs being thrown here against the Mauler Fiend. So here come the shots. Oh no, there's a load of 6s here and a couple of 5s. This is a good start. So there's going to be a load of shots here. So Rob will just calculate the shots that he needs. So here come the shots here. This Mauler Fiend should die. Here, 5s and 6s. 6s are going to generate extra attacks, and it's all rerollable anyway. So let him do the main reroll first. Here. Smaller Fiend cannot survive firepower of that magnitude. Oh, there's tons more here, and you're going to generate an extra 5, 7 shots, 8 shots, rerollable. Here it comes. It's another 2, and then they're rerollable as well. Okay, so there we go. That's the number of shots. It's 8, 10, 18 hits here, needing. Oh, your strength 8. Toughness 7, 3s to wound here. So here come the wounds, and there's a few fouled, but
I get to make a single reroll.
Yeah, 1 extra reroll allowed for death scales on the wound, and that is it. Okay, so we'll take a 5+ invuln save.
-2 AP to get shot.
-2, yeah. 5+ invuln save required, and we block 2. So it's only going to be 10d6 damage. He could have wiped out both. Yeah, Mauler Fiend gone. Long gone. Long gone. Tons. That's just enough just there. Okay, so, and we do not explode. But Mauler Fiend destroyed. First strike picked up as well. So, target destroyed. That's actually kicked me off objective number 5. This Mauler Fiend's not close enough. So, good start here from the Orks, and first strike picked up by them. More firepower to come. Yeah, here comes a rocket shot. Gets a hit and generates an extra shot. This is going very well here.
Reroll the dice.
For death scars, very good. 3s to wound. No. But you can reroll a single wound roll. No, alright. I can see the benefit here of taking death scars. Very, very useful indeed. Alright, so we've got these big guns here. They're going to shoot into the next.
So do them one at a time.
Into the Mauler Fiend. Okay, so D6 shots. 5 shots. I have 6 of these, so I can't complain that Rob using these. So no mortal wounds. 1 extra shot generated. And you can get a reroll here on your shooting. Because they're Gretchen. Okay, they don't get that clan culture benefit. So that is 3 wounds. 5+ invuln save. Do I command reroll? I'm trying to survive for as long as possible. May as well try and block one of these. So I'm going to use a command reroll here, needing a 5+. We do block it, so it's just going to be 1d6 damage. It is a 1. And you can't reroll the damage roll because you don't get the keyword, okay, or the clan culture. So 1 wound taken on the Mauler Fiend. Next one. 5 shots. Just trying to absorb as much damage as possible here. 1 hit comes through. 2. Oh yes, because you're 4+ ballistic skill. Yep. Okay. 3s for wounds. And 2 wounds come through. This is good. 5+ to block. No on double 1. 2d6 damage. And it's a double 6, which is enough to blow the vehicle up. I'll roll dice to see if we explode. We do, but I don't think it's going to have any effect on anyone here, as the other Mauler Fiend has already gone. Blistering firepower here from the Orks. Yeah, so it is a 6-inch blast. I've just rolled up there. Airman has taken a mortal wound within 6 inches. All right, so more firepower to come. I've still got one of these guns left, actually, to shoot with. Yeah, D6 shots. Warrior was going to shoot at Araman, but Araman's a bit further away than the Rubik Marines just here. So, D6 shots. 2 shots. It's -1 to the hit rolls here for Glamour of Zinch. So yeah, 2 threes. That's 2 misses. So that's that gun complete with its firepower. We still have the big mech with the shock attack gun. So you can fire at characters if they're within 18.
Yes, but I think Araman is closest anyway.
From him. Okay, yes. So you may well be able to fire this bizarre weapon at Araman himself. We'll check some ranges here, but Araman's life hangs in the balance. Araman is closer. Let's. What a great way to debut this weapon here against Araman himself. So here come the shots. Just going to come in here.
Strength 2d6.
Strength 9.
Number of shots.
7. Tempted for a command reroll? No. Okay, he's going to stick with the 7. And he'll benefit from the cultist. Any 6s will generate extra shots, which there's none. And the ballistics, comes the reroll here for the culture. And your ballistic skill is
5+.
5+, thankfully. Otherwise that would have been bad. 3s to wound. 2s to wound, strength 9.
With a
reroll, yeah, here it comes. 2 wounds come through, very good. The minus is
5.
-5. We'll take a 4+ invuln save for Araman. We've passed 1. The damage is D6. Oh, it's 2.
Reroll for the culture.
Reroll for the culture. It's a 1. Araman's escaped. So Araman escapes narrowly there. That could have been very bad for the Thousand Suns, but we've kept that cycle alive. He's got 2 wounds now. 2 wounds taken in total for him. Still got the Morkanaut to fire. Still got Tank Busters to fire. And still got the Looters to fire at the back as well. And the DAKKA jet. Yeah, Rob's just pointed to the DAKKA jet here. Going to go after the Demon Prince. We are being harassed by the Orks here. Blistering firepower from them. Very impressive so far. So hitting on 3s here because he's firing at a type that can fly. And long, uncontrolled burst stratagem being used also. So Rob has 4 command points left, but choosing his stratagems wisely here at this stage. 3s will generate hits. 1 6 in there will generate an extra shot. There's 2 6s, so 2 more attempted shots here. And they've both missed. We're toughness 6. Rob is strength 6. So 4s for wounds. Wants a good roll here.
With a reroll.
Here comes the reroll, yeah, for Death Skulls. Okay. I reckon I should survive this, but I reckon some wounds will come through. Take a deep breath. 1 wound taken. Absorbed here by the Demon Prince. Down to 4 wounds. He's half slain. But that could have been a whole lot worse. Okay, so pressing on here. A bit of a let-off there for the Thousand Suns with the Demon Prince. So what's next, Rob? What are you going to go for?
Into the final Mauler Fiend.
Yeah, in range. So it's going to be rocket shots being used this time. So yeah, Rob's going to get all of his rerolls here. Yeah, so really the Death Skulls doesn't really count because you're rerolling against vehicles. Because you're rerolling all the dice anyway. Yeah. 1 extra shot, which is rerollable. There's another let-off here for the Thousand Suns. But 2 Mauler Fiends down. No wounds come through, but here comes the reroll. Yes, that does, because you're strength 8. Yes, and we are toughness 7. Not blocked, straight 3 damage, down to 9 wounds left. Reroll. Here comes the truck. Reroll, missed. Okay, so that's that truck done. Still got these to go here. Yeah. Okay, so Looters are going to fire. They're going to go into the Rubik Marines here. So that's going to be 2 shots each.
20. So
20 shots in total. So 5s to hit. There's -1 though for these. For Glamour of Zinch. It's -1 to the hit rolls. So 6s will still pop extra shots, but it's 6s that Rob will be looking for here against the Rubik Marines. Trying to protect these as much as we can. There's a heap of 6s. Good dice rolling. So you're going to get 1 dice re-rolled here for the unit, which is a 6. Well done. And then
8 more shots.
Oh, okay, yes. Just catching up with the number of dice. Yep, okay. And then it'll be 3s to wound. Strength 7. And a load of wounds come through. And here comes the reroll. Yeah, very useful. So that's the Saves required then. It's AP minus
1.
AP minus 1. And the damage is?
2.
Damage is 2, so we don't get out all his dust special roll. So take a 4-up save or a 4-up invuln save. And we block those, but half the squad has been cut down by that firepower. Right, so Rob may not charge here. He may try and just gun down the Rubric Marines without having to charge in. I've removed 5, kept the flamers on, just in case we are charged, just to present a wall of potential overwatch to some degree, not too scary. So Rob's going to fire the sluggish shots here. Multiple models within range 12 for their pistol firepower. Yeah, -1 to hit rolls has made a difference, so just the 1 hit comes through would have been about 8 or so. That's a wound, which we then make a 2+ save for, because of all this dust passed. Okay, so that's their firepower complete. Here comes the next one. More DAKKA being played on the Morkanor. Yes, some carefully selected stratagems being used here. So Rob's going to target the Marines here. Going to go after the Rubric Marines. Okay, so this is the
Custom Mega Cannon.
Custom Mega Cannon. Here it comes. Unbelievable.
So that's 3. 8 shots.
Really good. So -1 to hit rolls though. So here.
Right, because of that.
+1. Okay. Oh, unmodified 5+s. Okay, very useful. 2 come through an extra shot, and here comes the reroll to start off with. Nope. And then 1 extra shot to come through.
2.
2. Oh yes, unmodified 5+s. Yeah, got it. And there's another one. Okay. 2's to wound. 2, and here comes the reroll. Yeah. Very useful. You can see the benefit here. So 4+ invuln saves to block 1, and this is going to be 1 wound each. So we'll lose another bolter, and we'll lose a flamer here as well. So 7 casualties so far. Just 3 of them remain.
2 rockets. Nope.
Missed. Okay.
The belly gun.
Hits and generates an extra shot, which then hits as well. And 2 wounds come through. We'll take our saves here. Passed 1, failed another one. So we'll lose another one. Gone. Just the aspiring sorcerer and the Soul Reaper cannon remain.
And then the big shooters.
Yes, load of big shooters. So just combining all of their firepower together. Unmodified 5+s for hits.
4 more shots.
4 more shots, yeah. 1 more hit. And then
Raise to wound.
raise to wound. This is damage 1.
Yeah, so you got 2 up. Oh, yeah.
It's -1, so 3 up.
No. There's no AP on a big shooter.
Oh, big shooters, yes. No, I was thinking of the larger gun. Okay, so it is 2+s. 1 more brought down. Just 1 lone Marine left. We'll take the Soul Reaper cannon. 9 casualties. Morale's going to be, well, I think we're auto melt with these unless I pay 2 command points to keep the aspiring sorcerer alive. Alright, so Rob toying with the idea of paying the last 2 command points he has to shoot again, but he's not going to use it. He's going to hang on to 2 command points for later on in the game. It's been a very impressive display here from this shooty based Ork army. Different theme to usual. Usually it's all aggressive. I have a mixture of aggressive and firepower, but majoring on firepower here for the Orks, and so far it's paid off very well indeed. We're just saying, if you can get decent firepower for the Orks, they have some of the best screening units, very cheap screening units available, and even other screening units they have, like Ork Boys, where mixed of characters and so on can be very deadly in close combat as well. So it's a great combination going on here. The Orks performing very well indeed. Cards to trade in. Are you going to assault this turn?
No.
No, he's going to hold off for the Ork Boys. Strange thing to see Ork Boys surging ahead and then stopping, but they're not going to assault this turn.
Because you owe me a leadership test on the...
There'll be a leadership test, yeah, which I will... Yeah, I've paid 2 command points here, and I'll auto pass some morale just to keep him alive. Might be useful, perhaps, and to deny Rob one of his cards here. Psychological warfare, no, we'll play that and keep the aspiring sorcerer alive. Okay, so turn finished. Any cards to trade in?
Oh no, I'm going to throw away defend objective 1.
Okay, dumping 1 and hoping for better cards next time. Turn 1 finished here. It's been devastating from the Orks. Thousand Suns need to recover here on turn 2. They must make some kind of impact against the Orks. The danger is a lot of our attacks are like Smite coming through, and these units here are going to absorb most of that damage. But we'll see what we can do. We won't give up here. We'll press on with the Thousand Suns. There's still hope for them. As long as they can keep these Psychers alive, there is still hope that the Thousand Suns can make an impact. Turn 2 coming up for them next. All right, so turn 2 for the Thousand Suns. Just go through the cards first of all. Had a plan to try and bounce back here. Ritual Slaughter still in play. Need to destroy 9 models. Only killed 7 last turns. Wasn't enough. Kingslayer still in play. Defend 5. So that's this objective across here. Maybe on a later turn. Big Game Hunter. Kill something big. Assassinate. Kill a character somewhere. And then no prisoners. Destroy units during your turn. So it can be at any point during the game. And there's D3 there for destroying 3 or more, or between 3 and 5. And if we can destroy 6 units, I doubt it will be D3 plus 3. So movement then, a wound automatically restored on the Mauler Fiend. It's gone 10. Then Disco Inferno's here, Beaker and Chicken Wing pushing up, just keeping those clustered together if I need to play Carbalistic Focus stratagem. Terminators have turned up just here, 9 inches away from the Ork truck. Zangors have pushed through 6 inches. The Demon Prince has stayed where he is. He can fly, so he can charge into this flyer here. The Zangors have spread out in a way that which either unit can shift to the left or to the right to go after these 2 objectives at the back. And then Ahriman has jumped across in this direction, and they're now protected to some degree by the Terminators. A second unit has arrived just here, ready to put some firepower into the tank busters. So we're going to prioritise this turn. The tank busters, they need to go, and I'm going to try and destroy this flyer to get rid of that as well, and then try and cause some trouble for these Ork boys. That's the priority here for the Thousand Suns, just to try and eliminate a couple of Ork units if possible. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. We'll try and do better than last time. Alright, so we'll start with the Demon Prince. Gaze of Fate. See if that goes off. It goes off on a 9. Okay, so that's a reroll at some point, which must be used up during my turn. Then we'll go for Smite to put it into the flyer. That goes off on a 7. D3 mortal wounds. It's a mortal wound to start off with. It's down to 11 wounds left. Next, we'll go to Beaker. We'll leave Death Hex, and we will go for Glamour of Tzeentch, which is -1 to the hit rolls. And we'll play that on the Mauler Fiend here to try and protect that as much as we can. If it goes off, which it doesn't, we'll leave it here. I just want to save the command or the Gaze of Fate roll for something else, just in case we get a perils come up. We'll go for Smite next. That will go into the flyer. So that goes off on an 11, which means it's going to be D6 mortal wounds, and it's 3 mortal wounds caused. So down to 8 now on the flyer. It's pretty good progress, just stripping some wounds away. So the Terminator on the other side, we'll play a low-grade Smite. We'll put that into the Tank Busters. That goes off, needing a 5, so just 1 Tank Buster model removed from play. So we'll remove him. And then the other Terminators unit just here, Tzeentch's Firestorm is available. We'll choose a target for that. So go for Tzeentch's Firestorm here. This is from the other Terminator Aspiring Sorcerer just here, needing a 7. It's useful if it goes off, which it does. So we're going to put 9 dice, needing 6s, into that mech gun. It's got 3 wounds remaining. There is 3 6s. I think we've just destroyed it. Not too bad here. This is we were owed a better Psychic Phase here for the Thousand Suns. So it's a bit of a bounce back. One of those mech guns has gone. Next, the Aspiring Sorcerer here. He was across here from the Rubric Ranges, tucked in there. We'll play Weaver of Fates here on the Mauler Fiend, which goes off, needing a 6. We've got a 7. So that's giving the Mauler Fiend a 4+ invuln save. Alright, so Ahriman next. Smite first of all. Has to go into these. So it goes off on an 8. D3 mortal wounds. 3. So 3 Tank Busters brought down. We'll play Infernal Gaze. We'll put it into this truck. So it goes off. Yep. 4 pluses for mortal wounds. There's 1. Alright, so 1 mortal wound put on the truck. And then we're playing Infernal Gateway here. Needing a 7 with Ahriman. Goes off on a 10. So D3 mortal wounds on this unit. It's 3 more mortal wounds. And the portal opens up around here. So there's no other enemy models or enemy units nearby. So just 3 mortal wounds taken on those. Just the way it's worded. 12 inches or 18 inches here for Thousand Suns. And visible to him. Has to be the closest model. And then those models are removed. Yeah, so we've done that one correctly. Okay. So that's Ahriman done. But causing some trouble here for these Tank Busters. Alright, so we're going to go on to Chicken Wing here. Prescience, going to try and cast that on the Zangors to give them +1 to their hit rolls. And it doesn't go off, so we'll forget about that one. I could go for... No, we'll leave it. I'm going to leave this Gaze of Fate. It's just covering me here, just in case there's any perils that take place. Temporal Manipulation. On a 6, we'll try and restore wounds on the... Well, I could restore wounds here, but I think I'm going to put wounds back onto this if possible. Now, we'll try and be sensible. We're going to try and put wounds back onto the Demon Prince here. It doesn't go off. I'll use, that is a 6 required, so a 4+ here. I'll use my Gaze of Fate now to try and get a 4+. We do. Alright, so it goes off. I'm going to put D3 wounds back on Demon Prince, and I think that's worth that. Back up to 6 with him, so he's a lot healthier now. Then I'm going to play the Great Sorcerer here, and I'm going to go for Smite, which will go into this flyer. It goes off. D3 mortal wounds, just the 1 wound caused. We'll leave it at that, knocking that vehicle down to 7. Right, so I'm going to play Diabolic Strength now on Disco Inferno. So 6 required. I'm going to put it on the Mauler Fiend. It doesn't go off. We'll leave it, doesn't get it. And then Warp Time, this is the important one. So play Carbalistic Focus. 5+ to keep here for Helm of the Third Eye. No. So Warp Time is a 6, becomes a 4 required. And we get an 8, so that goes off. We will move the Zangors again. Yes, that is actually the Psychic phase finished here. So not too bad from the Thousand Suns, causing some damage. Moving this unit through, you'll see hopefully that they're able to get a charge in during the charge phase. We'll go on to shooting phase next. A little bit of firepower. No, there's plenty here actually. Terminators have turned up, so they can shoot. Okay, so we'll start with the Thousand Suns Occult Terminators here. So we'll put all the Inferno Combi Bolters into what's left of the Tank Busters. Soul Reaper Cannon, Hellfire Missile Rack will go into this truck. So we'll be on 3s to hit. We can reroll 1s because Araman's nearby, so he can help out a little bit. And he's helped out a fair bit here, so we'll just take away these misses. It's going to be 4s to wound. And it's going to be AP -2 for these, so there's trouble for what's left of the Tank Busters. That's the wounds coming through.
6 up inbound.
Okay, Rob will take invulns.
No.
5 wounds, and that's enough to wipe them out, so they're gone. Next is the Soul Reaper Cannon into the truck. All hit. 5s to wound though, strength 5. No wounds coming through. And the Hellfire Missile Rack into the truck. 1 hit. 1 wound, -2. So 6 up save or 6 up invuln save. No, D3 damage. It's 3 down to 6.
Ramshackle. No.
Okay. You need to roll 1 for Ramshackle, not 6. Okay. Yes, it is a 6 required. So back up to 8 wounds left on the truck. Right, so the other unit here is going to put one of them out of range, just going to fire Inferno Bolter into this. The rest are going to offload their shots into this mech gun just here. So 4 shots with the Inferno gun into the truck. I'm in range here of Disco Inferno, so he grants reroll 1s. So 2 hits, 5s to wound. Yeah, wound comes through, -2. No, it's another wound taken down to 7. So take on the other shots now into the mech gun. So we can re-roll these ones here for Disco Inferno nearby. He's helped to generate some hits. Top is 5 of these, aren't they? So yeah, it's going to be 5s to wound. 2 wounds come through. AP -2.
So I've got a 5 up inbound because of the custom force field.
Right, okay, good. 5+ is, no, 2 wounds taken down to 4 left. Then the Soul Reaper Cannon firing, re-rolling these 2 here. 3 hits, 4s to wound here at strength 5. Okay, and 5+ invuln save because AP -3. No, it's 2. Okay, happy enough for the 2. So 1 wound taken. Hellfire Missile Rack next. Try and get hits with this. We do get 2 hits. 3s to wound at strength 8. 2 wounds come through. 2 5+ invuln save. This is an important roll here. Needing 1's gone off the ball. I save 1. I need a 5+ to destroy the target, which we do. It's 3 damage. Mech gun destroyed. Orks, Thousand Suns getting a bit of revenge here against the Orks with firepower of their own. So shooting phase complete here, but encouraging signs from the Thousand Suns as they tried to recover. Just talk about the Mauler Fiends. Visually, it's a lot to lose for the Thousand Suns, but they're cheap in points, and they've drawn the Orks out here. Just saying that the Mauler Fiend is cheaper in points than the Tank Buster unit that was sent out to destroy it. So interesting comparison between the two. But we're going to charges and Overwatch next to see if this Thousand Suns plan can work. All right, so charges have taken place here. Thousand Suns charging in. here, used a command reroll to make our charge go further. It was a 4, then rolled a 6. We've got a 9-inch charge and swung around, declared against the truck and against the boys. Survived Overwatch, didn't take any damage. Then the Zangors charged in, they rolled a 10, so they've pushed right through in this direction. They've been joined by the Aspiring Saucer from the Rubik Marines as well. And then across it, no damage from Overwatch as the Demon Prince has charged in against the Flyer. Okay, so we need to choose our combat wisely. Rob does have 2 command points left, so he could interrupt play. So I'm going to fight with the Zangors first. So here come the attacks, needing 3s. There's a load of misses that have not gone through. Force wounds though at strength 4, and it's a pretty good recovery here. So AP -1, but Rob's on a 6+ invuln save anyway, so 8. 6 is required from the Pain Boy. There's 2.
So that's invuln.
Oh no, invuln save, sorry, yeah.
And then Pain Boy.
And the Pain Boy, 6s. He's blocked 2 more. 4 casualties taken. Good play here. Absorbing the damage. Yeah, no take from the back. Okay, so the question is, you're going to interrupt play at this point? No, I'm just going to leave it. So I'm going to select the Mauler Fiend to fight next. So yeah, command point being used. Going to play Demon Forge. So we get to reroll hit rolls and our wound rolls. 5+ to keep it. No, so just got 2 command points left here for this force. So Mauler Fiend is 4 attacks on the charge, +1 now for Hateful Assault. So force to hit. Okay, all attacks, every attack that we have is going into this truck. So reroll these 2. If all hit here, 3s to wound. If all wounded, it's AP -3, but there is a 6+ invuln save available even on the vehicles. So 6 is to block. No, and that truck's destroyed. It's 3 damage a time. No, not necessarily. Ramshackles. No, it's gone. Okay, so 15 damage coming through. 6+ to detonate. No, truck destroyed. Rob will roll up 10 dice to see if any of the tank busters are slain. On 1s, models will be removed there, and there's just the 1. Alright, so 9 tank busters emerge from the destroyed truck. So you've got Rubik Marine with the stave. 2 attacks, +1 for Hateful Assault, needing 3s. And then it will be 3s to wound here with the stave. So 2 wounds come through, -1, but Rob can take 6+ invuln saves. No, D3 damage a time, just for the Pain Ball here. 3 wounds on him, 666 required. And then 2 wounds on the next boy. No, 2 more slain. So we'll now switch across here. The Demon Prince fighting here. So 7 attacks for him. With Hateful Assault is 8 attacks. He'll be on 2s to hit. Rerolling 1s. So 7 have made it through. And he'll be on 3s to wound strength, 7 toughness 6. Now, here is a problem. Oh boy, decisions to make here. I'm going to command reroll this, needing a 3+. Yes, 5+ to keep. No, alright, so 4 saves here of 6+. No. Oh god, just about. 8 wounds caused, 7 remain. So the Spitfire is brought down. So Rob's just rolled. It's a 2. Okay, so it hasn't exploded, but that flyer's brought down just about. Glad the smite came through here just to weaken the wounds. Had to use a command point. I was going to fight twice with the Zangors, but just weighing up the amount of damage that they caused, I thought the reroll across here was more important. So Thousand Suns now down to 1 command point left. So that's their combat finishing. Rob's picking up dice. He's getting ready to fight back here. The Thousand Suns have no other combats to take place. All right, so consolidation move, 3 inches across with the Demon Prince. Then across here, Orc boys ready to fight back. Rob has piled them in, so we're going to calculate the number of attacks here. 2 of them we're saying must fight against the Mauler Fiend. The rest can go into the Zangors, potentially to wipe them out. Gotcha. Okay, here comes the boss knob first of all.
1 reroll to hit.
Reroll's been used for him. Yeah, 3s to wound.
3s to wound. And then I'll use the reroll.
The reroll wound with him. Gotcha. That's brilliant. Okay, very good. So 3, 5+ invuln saves. Block 2. 1 Zangor down. 9 left here. Now you have psychological warfare. So ideally, you want to leave one of them alive to melt away with morale, and then Rob can pick up a victory point. I think you'll get the wipeout, but there's not much you can do. You can't really control the dice. So you're saying that you are down an attack because of the size of the unit. Yeah, 14, just less than the number required to get the bonus attack.
I've got 28 dice here.
Run out of dice here. This is a common orc problem in close combat. Using James's Astra Militarum dice here. You can borrow as many as you as you want here. Okay. All right. Finally, we've got the number of dice required. 3s for hits.
Oh, that was a 3.
That was a 3. Yeah. Okay. So what benefits the boss grant? See anything here?
No, he's not giving them anything on this one.
Okay. So 1s and 2s can be taken out as a fair few. Pretty average. The dice start to average themselves out when there's so many of them. There's a 1 just tucked in there.
That was a 3.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. And force to wind with strength 4, toughness 4 on the Zangors. Surely they must die.
Oh.
A fair few failures. Rob's just picking out the ones that have been successful. There is a chance. It could be one model that survives it. So keep those 2 dice away. So I've passed. The dream might come true here. Yeah, look at that. 8 casualties, 1 remains. Perfect. Yeah, that was a costly charge for the Zangors. Just one of them left, and it's a guaranteed melt for morale. So that'll help Rob pick up a victory point. Okay, so next is the 2 attacks. Yeah, or the 2 models going to fight against the Mauler Fiend. And 5s to wound. Yeah, wound comes through. 3 up. Passed, just about. Okay, so that's their combat finished. So that's combat's finished across the board here. Yeah, okay. So turn is now complete for the Thousand Sons. Hasn't gone quite according to plan here. Hoping to kill more Orc boys. That unit is still locked in combat. We'll see what Rob decides to do with that next turn. But Thousand Sons have got themselves a bit of revenge here. They've taken out one of the tank buster units. 2 of the mech guns destroyed also, and the flyer has been removed from play. Okay, it's not too bad here for the Thousand Sons. We've got Ritual Slaughter picked up, so points scored for that. Big Game Hunter, the flyer was destroyed, and D3 here for no prisoners. We destroyed 4 units. So let's see how many points we get. We get 2. Okay, so 2 points picked up. 4 points in total this turn. Okay, so yeah, so that puts the Thousand Sons marginally ahead here. 4 points for us. Rob's picked up 1 for psychological warfare, but he does have first strikes. 4-2 at the moment is the score. Turn finished. We're going to turn 2 now for the Orks. They need to respond now to Thousand Sons' aggression. Thousand Sons have got themselves back in this fight for sure, but now we'll hand over to the Orks to see what they can do. I'm just going to remove this model from play. That twist break can be removed. All right, so turn 2 coming up for the Orks next. Okay, so cards drawn on turn 2 movement here. Witch Hunter, so very appropriate for this game. Defend objective number 2 and secure objective number 2. So the Grots have moved out towards that. And mission critical objective, so that is objective number 6 here for this one, which is this objective all the way over here. So movement done for the Orks, pushing forward slightly with the Morkanaut, holding position here with the Big Mech and the Grot gun. Trucks pulled back slightly across here. Meganobs have disembarked and moving through towards the Mauler Fiend. We saw the Grots on the move towards objective number 2. These Grots holding on to objective number 3. Then around the other side, if Rob's able to destroy the Mauler Fiend, this Marine here, then he can start cutting through against the characters here for the Thousand Sons. So Thousand Sons need to be careful here after a lot of their screening units have been removed or potentially will be removed this turn. Orc boys have pulled out of close combat. Tank busters poised and ready to shoot, and then not moving at all with the looters inside the truck. Movement's done. Shooting phase next. And I have to say, it's another good round from the Orcs. This could really cripple the Thousand Sons here, despite the catching up that we did last turn. So we'll go on to shooting phase. We'll see what Rob decides to do. Plenty of shooting options still available. All right, so the shock attack gun's going to fire. It's going to go into the Terminator, so here it comes. Strength 12.
They're in trouble.
Oh dear. So you get your 2s to wound.
And the number of shots.
6 shots. Okay. He's weighing up here.
I'll take 6.
Okay, he's going to keep 6. Here's that temptation to go for more. So 4's for hits.
5's for hits.
Still 5's for hits.
So this is the Big Mech.
Yep, okay, so here comes his shooting. Even 5's. Oh, triple 6.
And then with a reroll.
Yeah, here comes a reroll. And 3 more shots.
3 more shots.
Name 5s. No extras that time.
So
Alright, so we're doing, yes, so this is 2s to wound. They've all wounded 2 6s and a 6 and 2 5s. That's excellent dice rolling. And because Rob rolled a double 6 there, it's quite exceptional. There's some even nastier damage coming through against these Terminators. So what we'll do is invuln saves first of all, and there's a heap of mortal wounds to come through. So pass 2 on 2 6s. So what's the damage on that one? Right, so it's going to just cut one of those down straight away. Okay, and now for the mortal wounds. So that's 3 mortal wounds. I'll remove 1 more.
There's one got a wound as well.
And a wound stacked on, yeah, mortal wounds roll over. There's another 1, so it's the whole model gone. And another 3 on top of that. So squad almost wiped out. 1 wound to be placed on here on the aspiring sorcerer. The rest of these are gone. That was a deadly shot there from that. It's a relic shock attack gun, isn't it? Okay. It's a bit of a game changer result. That's a solid unit. I was hoping to keep them alive and cover, but they've been obliterated here by the shock attack gun. This is the rocket shot. Here comes the reroll. For Death Skulls, no. Okay. So custom mega cannons. This is the Grot crew firing here. It's going to go into the Terminator to try and finish him off. So 1 mortal wound and a hit. Okay, so Rob will just mark up the wound on the vehicle down to 5 left. So wound comes through.
-3.
So I'll roll to see what we get here, and then we'll figure it out. 4. I don't think that's going to stop it. Yeah, its cover saved us. Yeah, so we've actually blocked that. God dear, okay. Yeah, just for the benefit for the runes. Okay, so that's his firepower done. So we've completed it here up to the Morkanaut, but Rob may not want to shoot with that. He's got other firepower available across here as well. Alright, so it is going to be the Morkanaut that fires next. Rob's going to split his firepower. So all the big shooters, the belly gun, and the rocket's going to try and finish off this Terminator, and then the main gun here is going to go into the other Terminator squad hiding in the ruin.
So we'll do the belly gun first.
Yes, see if that gets a hit. 5.
And I'll use my reroll.
Use the reroll now. Okay, here it comes. No. Rocket shots.
No.
Okay, and load of big shooter shots coming up next. So 5s and 6s. There's a 6 there, pops an extra shot, which misses. 3s to wound, strength 5. Okay, 2+. Just about. He's still there with a wound remaining. Okay, and then 3d3 shots with the main gun. So 6 shots in total against the Terminators. It's going to be tough to wipe them out. I might be able to pick a few of them off. So 5s and 6s for hits here. There's 3 straight hits.
Takes a mortal wound.
Takes a mortal wound, yep. And then you're going to use a reroll for it. I don't used it already on the model. Yep, okay. And 2s to wound. 4 wounded.
4 ups.
4 ups because of cover. Now, damage is
D6.
D6, right? So just don't roll any 1s and you'll pick them off. Got them. Okay, low scores, but enough to bring Terminators down. So 3 of them removed from play. Okay, it's going to fire again with the Morkanaut, but it's called custom ammo. It's the one that's specific for the detachment that you've taken. Okay, so it enables the Morkanaut to fire twice. It's not the Bad Moons stratagem here. It's the one that's specific for the detachment that you've chosen. Okay, so what's the name of the detachment?
Here's the Dreadwar.
The Dreadwar, okay. So it's going to repeat the exact same configuration again. So the belly gun, needing a 5+. Gets the hit and it's an extra shot. Well done. That doesn't hit.
I'll use the reroll.
Use the reroll now.
Oh.
2s for a wound on the hit that did come through. Just about half a chance, 50-50. I'd love to keep this Terminator alive. We do. He survives that at least.
Rockets.
Rocket shots. 1 hit generates an extra shot, which misses. 3s to wound. 2s to wound. Strength 8. Yes. A 4+ again. 3+. Yeah, passed. God damn. These individual models are important here for the Thousand Suns. I might be forced to make a load of 2-up saves, and this is where this Terminator could be brought down. 5s and 6s for hits. Extra hit there. 3s to wound. 3. Oh, painful.
I haven't re-rolled a wound yet, have I?
Yeah, here comes a reroll wound. And here comes there's a wound. Well done. 1 at a time. Passed. 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 Come on. Da! Come on, reroll. I want to keep him alive. Yeah! 5+ to keep it. No. Ah, that was crucial to keep him alive. Just to act as a screen. Okay, no, so he's gone. Yeah, it's Thousand Suns now in very serious trouble here, if Rob can get through to my characters. So yeah, the main gun, 3d3 shots to try and take out the Terminators. 1 drop dice, that's 6 shots in total. 5 shots, sorry. 5s. 1 won't come through. And we'll take a 4-up save. Not blocking that, it's down to, what, yeah, D6 damage, yeah, gone. Okay, so just the Aspiring Sorcerer left from the Terminators. Yes, all command points used up for both sides. More shooting, plenty of shooting to come here. Tank Busters still available, and also the Looters available to shoot as well. Custom Shooter fired here and has managed to pick off the lone Rubric Marine, so that's that squad wiped out. Really, the only barrier now is 1 model here from the Terminators who could slip away with bad morale, and then the Mauler Fiend here trying to survive, but he's going to be shot at by a load of stuff and potentially charged by these mega knobs here moving through as well. So it's Tank Busters X, can't do the grenade attack with them extra stick bombs because we've both used up all of our command points. So it's rocket shots coming in here, which may well prove effective enough. And there's a good number of 6s been rolled. It's all re-rollable. There's 2 more 6s, so that generates an extra 5 shots here. This is really good. And that's generated an extra hit, and it's re-rollable, and another hit's come through. So, lots. 3s to end. Strength 8, toughness 7. And here comes a re-roll for the unit. Okay, 5 have made it through. 5+ invuln saves. Pass. All of them except 1. So, drops from 10 down to 7 wounds left. That keeps the Mauler Fiend alive. Combi Sculptures firing next. 8 hits. And it's going to be 5s to end. 3, and the reroll for the unit. Just 3. AP -1. Foul 2. That's a good result. Down to 5 wounds left. Okay. So it's going to have to be the Looters here. They are going to fire across. So here they go. This is their shots into the Mauler Fiend. So it's going to be 3 shots each. Yeah, 1 dice rolled for the whole unit. So 30 shots here. The Mauler Fiend is going to need to survive. Highly unlikely it's going to survive this. Take a miracle. Even if we do survive Mega Knobs, we'll try and finish it off. So this Mauler Fiend is going to go. The last Mauler Fiend on the board. I'll give Rob a bit of time to collect dice in. Okay, he's got the dice. Okay, here it comes. 5s and 6s now. No 6s. Weaver of Fates here is in play. -1 to the hit rolls. That should have affected the Tank Busters, but we'll keep the result because I rolled all those invuln saves, so we'll leave that. 6s for hits.
So I get a single reroll? No.
Just 2 hits coming through instead of about 6 or 7.
2 more shots?
Those 2 shots, it's just the 2. 4s for wounds.
With the reroll? No.
1 wound's come through. 4-up save. Passed. Safety -1. Yeah. For death guns, okay. So it held that Weaver of Fates has really helped out. Mauler Fiend's still very much alive. And I think Weaver of Fates... Yeah, no, wrong card. Weaver of Fates improves the invuln save. So everything that's been rolled for has been correct, except 4 more hits would have come through. That means 2 more wounds have made it through. We're all correct now. And then trying to block on 4+ for my invuln save. Yeah, okay, so everything's correct. Because the invuln saves are passed, it was all fine. And I rolled a 4 there previously for your other hit, so we're all good. Okay, so sorted out. And the situation is that the Mauler Fiend is still on 5 wounds remaining. I'll put a bit of puff on it to represent the damage bracket, like so. It's smouldering away, but this demon engine still lives. Okay, so shooting is finished here. The Grots advanced, so we'll go on to charges, and there'll be no Overwatch here. We'll see what units decide to go in against the Mauler Fiend. Okay, here they come. Yeah. 10 inches they're in. Right, so charges taking place. The Ork War Boss has gone in, and the Mega Knobs have charged in against the Mauler Fiend. Okay, so who's to fight first here? Surely the War Boss. Yeah, okay, here comes the War Boss.
He hits on 2s because he doesn't suffer the penalty for the Killer Claw.
Oh, you get the Killer Claw relic. Nice. Well, I use that with Gut Ripper, so no complaints.
4 hits.
4 hits, 3s to wound.
And he gets to reroll all of them, just as well.
God, 3 2s and a 1. The Killer Claw comes to the rescue. He's changing his dice over here. It's better. All right. One re-roll to wound.
No, because I've already re-rolled it, haven't I?
Right. Okay. So 4+ invuln save actually. Come on, hold. With help of 2. The Killer Claw does
flat 3 damage.
Straight 3 damage. Nice. Okay, so down to 2 wounds left. He'll have an attack squig, won't he?
He will, yes.
Yeah, it's okay. So attack squig. That's just remembered from my own war boss. 2 hits.
I'll use the reroll on the squig.
No, okay, done. Meganobs now. Can they pick up the last few wounds on the Wall of Fiend? I'd love to survive because we get to fight back if we do.
Yeah, more attacks.
Rob has kill saws here. These are flat 2 damage. It's just 1 success required.
So that's a miss.
That's a miss because
I
of...
will re-roll it with the Death Skull
Reroll
strike.
for the unit. Yep.
No.
Okay. Done.
Strength 10.
Okay, so 3s for wounds. They've all wounded. Now we're in trouble. 4+ invuln saves. And no, failed. Wall of Fiend is destroyed. Roll to see if we detonate. Wouldn't mind detonating here. No, all right. Wall of Fiend gone. All right, so combat's resolved across here. So that's the turn finished. A slight consolidation move made by the Meganobs and cards picked up.
Witch Hunter.
Witch Hunter, yes.
Secure 2.
Yes, because my Occult Terminator is a Psyker here, the Aspiring Sorcerer. So point picked up that. 3 points picked up now in total. No discard, no point discard any of the cards.
I'll discard Mission Critical 6.
Just going to discard Mission Critical 6. Okay. So turn finished. We will now go on to turn 3 for the Thousand Suns. Looking quite bleak for them here at this stage. The battle's not quite finished yet. Okay, so we're on turn 3 here for the Thousand Suns. Kingslayer, defend objective number 5, assassinate, Master of the Warp, secure 5 and defend 2. Objective number 2 is here. Defend 5 is across the way here. You can see Aaron's moved onto there. So a number of these can be picked up. Thousand Suns just need to keep the points flowing in, despite the game turning into all of the Orks pretty much versus 5 Thousand Suns models here. 2 units of Zangors at the back, but they're out of the fight. But I'll keep them here just to grab objectives if those come up later on in the game. So we've got a plan here, a last-ditch attempt to try and take out as many Ork units as possible. 12 inches moved here by the Demon Prince, 4 inch plus 4 inch advance move made by the Terminator. He's moved to here and hidden away to try and provide some kind of screen to these characters. Airman's jumped down with advance move onto objective number 5, and 3 Psychers are together just here. That's movement done. Psychic phase next. Alright, so we're going on to Psychic phase here. First one I'm going to play is Gaze of Fate on from the Demon Prince. So that goes off on a 7. So that's my vital reroll at some point during this turn. Next we'll play Gift of Chaos, and we'll place that on the Gretchen just here. So a 6 required. It goes off. I need to beat the toughness, so 3+ here to give them a Gift of Chaos. Yes. So D3 plus 3 mortal wounds. That's 4 Gretchen gone. Go for Zinch's Firestorm next. That's from the Aspiring Sorcerer. You can just about see the Orc boys, so we'll go after them if it goes off. It does go off on a 7. So 9 dice here, needing 6s to cause mortal wounds. And a total of 0, so no impact there from Zinch's Firestorm. So we've got a Beaker next. We'll go for Glamour of Zinch, -1 to hit rolls. We'll put that on the Demon Prince here to see if that goes off, needing a 7. No, we'll leave it. And then we'll go for Smite from him, which goes off an 11. D6 mortal wounds on the Grots. They've taken 1 casualty. Next is Chicken Wing here. We'll go for Smite first of all. It goes off on a 10. And it's D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds on the Grots, so 2 more of them gone. Gradually getting through that screen. Then we'll play Temporal Manipulation. We'll put it on. It's got to be the Demon Prince here. So see if this goes off. It doesn't. I've got to watch out for perils here. We'll take the risk and command reroll this one. Goes off. All right. I'm going to try and restore D3 wounds back onto the Demon Prince. Yes, he's back up to full health here. So those wounds can be removed. And that is...
Gaze of Fate.
And that's Gaze of Fate used up as well. So that's all gone. but Demon Prince back onto full strength. Yeah, might regret that here because I need warp time to go off. We'll play, this is Disco Inferno here. We'll go for Diabolic Strength onto the Demon Prince. This would be good to get this to go off. Need a 6, got a 7. Now for the tricky one, warp time. Needing a 6. It's one of the most important rolls of the game here. God, it goes off on a 7. Okay, we'll move the Demon Prince again. So we'll go for Aaron here. We'll go for Smite. Closest model is this truck. So here comes Smite on a 9. D3 mortal wounds, just the one. It's down to 6 left on the truck. Infernal Gaze, we'll put that onto the Morkanaut here. See if we can get that to go off. Does on a 10. So that's 3 dice. Needing 4s for wounds. 2. All right, it's knocking down to 15 wounds left on the Morkanaut. Just trying to help out the Demon Prince as he prepares to charge in. And the last one here, Treason of Tzeentch. We're going to play it all the way across against the War Boss, that character over there. You're not allowed to target the Warlord. So an 8 required, 7 with Araman, and this will go off. Goes off on a 9. What we need to do now is try and beat the leadership of this character, which is a 7. It is a 7. I think you have to beat it. And I've got no rerolls left. 2d6 if the result is greater than the target's leadership.
He's leadership 8 as well.
Oh, he's leadership 8 anyway. Oh, no. Okay. Almost managed to persuade the War Boss to fight for the Thousand Suns here, but that power hasn't quite manifested. It was manifested, but it wasn't powerful enough to overwhelm the Orc War Boss. Okay, so psychic phase is finished. Shooting phase, none, because these are all pistols and advanced, and the Terminator advanced. So we'll go straight on to charges and Overwatch next. The Thousand Suns on turn 3. Right, so charges taking place. Just the Demon Prince series made it in. Did take 2 wounds, but 6 wounds remain. Diabolic Strength gives us an extra attack. So 7 attacks, +1 for Hateful Assault, +1 for Diabolic Strength. So 9 attacks in total, needing 2s. There's a lot of 1s here. We get to re-roll them. And turn them all into hits. So this is the important roll. Strength 9 now because of Diabolic Strength. Toughness 8. So 3s for wounds coming through. So we're not going to bring this beast down. And it all depends on what Rob rolls here. It's AP -2, so we'll take 5+ saves. Pass 2. 8 damage in total.
Down to 7.
So weapon skill does drop to 4+ now. He's in a damage bracket. My assault's finished. I swung around and tapped into this vehicle to silence that from shooting next turn, and that is it. So you can assault back now with both the vehicle, here, the truck, and also the Morkanaut. Okay, so smash attacks coming through, so it's the multiple attacks here, needing 4s.
And reroll.
If that was Goffs, he would have got a lot of extra attacks. Okay. What strength does that come through at? That still at strength 8, incredible. 3s to wound. This Demon Prince could well be in a lot of trouble here.
And then with a reroll.
The reroll for the unit. Very good indeed. Just one's fouled. So we'll take 3+ invuln saves. Need to pass these here. So there's trouble. There is huge trouble here. The damage is
2.
Oh no. Gone. 6 wounds left. 2 wounds each. 6 damage caused. The Demon Prince is no more. That's Slay the Warlord. And that was our chance at trying to cause trouble here for the Orcs, but the Demon Prince has been annihilated. So we've finished the turn there. Morale auto bust there for those grots. We lost the Warlord for this mission here. D3 cards lost. I rolled 3. So that's though we randomised. It was D6 rolled off. 1, 2, 3 cards had gone. So the 3 cards I couldn't fulfil was Defend 5, which I just can't do now anyway. The other one that was lost is Master of the Warp. Would have picked up points for that. Would have picked up D3 points for that actually, because I manifested multiple psychic powers, then Defend 2. That was that objective down there. We do pick up, however, Secure 5 with Araman is on that objective. So a point picked up there for the Thousand Suns, but it could have been a few more. The loss of that Demon Prince is a deadly blow here. So now we're down to this Terminator and the characters that are hidden behind. That's all that's left of this Thousand Suns assault. And if Rob gets through them, the game will be over. It's just Zangors here at the back. We'll hand over to the Orcs now. So much has taken place already in this game, and it's heading towards a conclusion. Plenty of Orcs left on the table. We'll go now on to turn 3 for the Orcs. All right, so turn 3 here for the Orcs. Again, holding position with the looters. Grot's happy to sit on objective number 3. A general surge forwards now. So tank busters pushing through. Ork boys have advanced, but they'll still be able to charge here because the war boss nearby, he's advanced, and so too have the mega knobs. Then around the other side, it will be just a case of trying to eliminate the last of the resistance here to see this game through to victory. The Morkanaut's gone forward its full move in that bracket, which is 6. It's gone around here. It can see my Terminator that's trying to shield these characters, and then across here, no movement done by the mech gun and the big mech with the shock attack gun, and the truck's just pulled away in this direction. It can shoot because the unit that was in contact with the imprints was destroyed in close combat. So cards that are drawn: secure objective number 6, which again is over in that corner, still in play. Here we go, War, which is secure 1 victory point if 3 or more Ork units from your army made a charge move this turn. It's a big incentive to charge. Secure objective number 5, which is this objective here. It was just grabbed by Ahriman. And then defend objective number 2, which is still in play, this objective just across here. Rob would have picked that up, but the Grot unit fouled morale last turn and it was not able to defend that objective. Okay, so points are roughly even at this stage, but there's a chance for the Orks to surge ahead now that the Thousand Suns army has been whittled down. This is the danger here that we were worried about, or worried that would happen, and it's taken place here, as you can see. We'll go on to shooting phase next.
The rocket first.
So here we go. Going to try and bring the Terminator down, the lone Terminator.
Reroll.
Here comes the reroll for the unit, and that's missed. Next is the belly. It's everything basically is going to go into, yeah.
So we'll start with the big gun first.
3d3 shots. It's a lot of shots. Just one hit would do it.
7.
I'm in the ruin actually. I'm going to get cover. I don't know if that's going to help. Yeah.
I'll reroll the 1.
Okay, so that prevents a mortal wound.
2 more shots. Oh.
2 more shots, which both hit. Oh no, this Terminator's long gone here. 2s to wound on 6 dice. He's escaped 1, but there's the reroll for the wound. All 6 have made it through. So I'll take those dice and try and roll 6 4 pluses. If possible. Good try, but no. And he's gone. Alright, so now the screen's removed. So the Gorkanaut stops firing now, but now Rob can start picking on these characters with any units he wishes now. So that was the plan. Attempted it here. That may well have worked if we destroyed the Morkanaut, but it's that's managed to flush out the lone Terminator. Okay, so fire as you please. It's going after Ahriman again, yeah, with the big mech with the shock attack gun.
Strength. 6.
Strength 6 this time.
Number of shots.
6 shots. We could survive this, maybe. But even the looters here at the back can pick on characters here. So looking for 5s. Here comes a reroll. That generates a hit. And a 6 for an extra shot.
Shot. Hits as well.
Hits as well. 3s to wound. Oh no, just the 1.
Reroll.
Here comes the 1 reroll for the Death Scouts. 2. Minus
5.
4 plus invuln saves, Ahriman. Foul both. I think he's going to die.
And I can reroll that as well. So 12.
Double 6. Oh, 12. It is D6, not D3. Right, Ahriman's been pulverised here. Blown to smithereens by the shock attack gun. Okay, next bit of firepower coming through.
We'll do the 2 combi sculptures into Disco Inferno.
Okay, Disco Inferno here. May well live up to his name. 7 hits with the sculptures coming through. His toughness 4, so 3s to wound here if it's strength 5.
And then with a reroll.
Reroll for the unit.
So 6 at minus
6.
1.
Good choice of clan here from Rob. We've seen the benefits of it here in this game. Minus 1, so 4 up saves. Yeah, we've failed 2. So Disco's still alive. The party's still on. Right, 9 tank buster shots into Disco Inferno here. I think you need 1 success. He's 5 wounds, so 1 gets through, he'll be gone. So 5s and 6s for hits, 2 extra shots coming through.
And a reroll.
A reroll for the unit, which misses. 2 extra shots, another hit coming through. It is 2s to wound. His toughness 4.
With a reroll. No.
No, you can't survive this.
5.
5 plus invuln saves. Again, a good try, but it's not enough. 6 damage taken. Disco is gone.
So 5 and 5.
5 and 5 here to pick off the other 2 Psychers, Beaker and Chicken Wing. Just 1 shot each, so 5 shots for the first. has missed. Not going to use a reroll at this point for the unit, and 5 shots for the next has missed here as well. No hits coming through. The rocket available from the truck. Can see the characters.
He fired at the Terminator.
Oh, the rocket. No, the truck rocket did fire. They're trying to pick him off with 1 shot to save the Morkanaut firing through. So we've got a mech gun. Yeah, it's going to go into beaker.
3 shots.
3 shots.
Oh.
1 hit could do it.
Pause.
Yeah, 1 hit makes it through. 2's for a wound. Drop dice yet?
No.
No. And yeah, it can't reroll because it's not a clan culture unit. Okay, 2 psychers remain. Sluggers are a pistol, so they can't shoot. Rocket on top of here might be out of range.
No, that's a big shooter.
Big shooter is in range then, if it is, because it's range 36. So 5's,
Reroll.
1 hit,
and
an extra shot.
Hits.
3's to wound.
2 wounds.
Okay, 3 up. Passed. Okay. So yeah, shooting phase finished. Onto charges now. I'm definitely able to get these in, so I'll roll up some charges in Overwatch next. Okay, so charges have been made here. This is the mopping up action taking place. So who's to fight first here?
The War Boss will go first.
War Boss. And he will go against one of the...
Against Beaker.
Okay, Beaker's in trouble.
2s with a reroll. There we go.
So you've played against my Thousand Sons before, but it was... Yes.
Necrons.
You played against my Necrons.
No,
you used your Necrons against my Thousand Sons.
Yeah.
And what was the result with that one?
They absolutely destroyed me.
Ah, it's a bit of sweet revenge. It's
Yeah.
all right. He's rolling these dice with a smile on his face here as he's bringing these characters down. Bit of revenge here, using the Orks to smash the Thousand Sons here. Okay, interesting. So here comes
2s to wound.
2's to win.
And then he gets to reroll. All.
That's the killer claw, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, AP -3, so
5 up in Vun saves. No. So 3, 9.
9 damage.
Baker's gone. Okay, so destroyed. And then now the Mega Knobs to try and finish off Chicken Wing. Yeah, they're all in contact. So here he goes.
Start with the kill claw one.
Yep.
On 4s. We'll use his reroll. There we go. 1 hit.
1 hit.
There's a wound.
1 wound, yep. Okay, 5+. Blocked that one with an invuln save.
And then 6 attacks from the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
On 4s.
3 hits come through. 2's to wound again. Yes, could be enough. 5+ is to block. We block 1.
So 2.
Yep.
So
2d3.
and I can
4.
reroll. because
Reroll
of
that
the
one.
skull.
3+ she'll get him. Got him. 5 wounds. Chicken Wing is no more. And I think that is the end of the game here. Unless my 2 units of Zangors can run up the table like a herd of blue chickens and then wipe out all of the Orks. I don't think so. Okay, so it looks like the Orks have wiped the Thousand Sons virtually off the board here. Okay, so assault's all finished and done. Cards to trade in this turn.
No, I'm halfway to defending objective 2.
We'll get defend 2, yes. Okay, so no cards to trade in here, but now you've got free reign across 3/4 of the table without any resistance at all. So the game is over here for the Thousand Sons. All right, so yeah, to make matters worse, I've lost multiple characters. All my active cards are gone. That's the special rules for the mission. I've had a look through the cards here. The ones coming up next, I can't achieve any of them. And Rob can achieve potentially a flood of cards coming through. So game's over here. Thousand Sons have been taught a lesson here by Ork firepower. Has ruled the day in this particular fight. It could have gone all right for the Thousand Sons at different points. We broke in here in close combat. If our psychic phase had gone a bit better, if we'd brought the Morkanaut down, perhaps the game would have been on. But it was just not enough to stop the Orks with their firepower, and then the counterattack that took place to drive what was left of the Thousand Sons away from this end of the table. Great game though, very enjoyable to see these 2 very different armies take each other on. Two very different play styles. Thousand Sons on psychic phase, emphasising on that. Orks, their firepower truly has been exceptional in this game. So points for objectives are 3 for Rob at the moment. End of next turn, we've got 2 more for the defend objective 2. Thousand Sons have 5, but we lost our Warlord, and Rob got first strike. And Lightbreaker is going to be easy to pick up as well, plus all the other cards that can be achieved. Okay, so that's the end of the game. Thanks very much to Rob Bachelor for coming down. Great to see his Orks and a completely revised Ork list here that has performed very well indeed. An emphasis on shooting it, letting the enemy come towards them, dishing out horrendous damage, and then still having the units able to push out and counter-attack as well. And it's a combination that's worked very well indeed. And even with the Death Skulls clan culture fitting the playstyle for this list very well also. So that's the fight. Keep a lookout for more Challenger Scorpion games in the future, and we may well see the return of this Ork list taking on another one of the armies on the channel. But in this particular fight, the forces of chaos have been driven away, and the Orks reign supreme in this urban battlefield. Great battle. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Right, so units of the game, struggling to find one for the Thousand Suns. Perhaps the Demon Prince, pretty good. He recovered quite well. Brought the flyer down just about, bounded across the table, had a chance to try and destroy the Morkanaut. Not too bad from him. For the Orks, multiple units did well, but Rob's going to give it to the Morkanaut just here. Solid firepower from that. It helped to bring down the Terminators quite quickly with its firepower. It destroyed the Demon Prince in close combat, and then vitally took out that lone Terminator to open the way to fire the other weapons at the Thousand Suns Sorcerers. Yeah, so key unit for sure. Helped to bring about victory for this Ork force. That's units of the game for both sides.